continue talking to you today. It's a beautiful day, good to be alive. But we were talking about Stan Lee. Mark, I'll call you Joey, sometimes I'll call you Mark.
That's fine.
You said it was okay if I called you Mark.
That's right.
But Stan Lee had a lot to do with a lot of these early Westerns, particularly in the Marvel comic line.
Yes, sir.
And one I'll start out with this time, Kid Colt number 10. And Kid Colt is the longest running cowboy star, Western star series. It went up to 220 issues, started in 1948, went through 1979. Now this is a 52-page issue, and it has an ad for Black Riders comics in it. But what's interesting, it shows Black Rider standing beside a Palomino horse when actually he rides a white horse. And the horse is called Ichabod, and unfortunately he calls him Satan when he rides him as Black Rider.
Yeah.
But it also has an ad for Whip Wilson in it, and it advertises itself, the Whip Wilson comic, as the best Western comic ever. Of course, we might want to debate that issue with them. But I thought it was interesting that this is the longest running series of the kids comics. Kid Colt, and that's number 10. Then here's one called Western Winners, All Western Winners. Later it's called Western Winners. This is number 4, and it's the third appearance of the Black Rider. And in this issue, his identity is discovered by a young boy who becomes his friend and keeps his secret, and later saves his life. But what's good about this issue is the cover is done by Sid Shores, who's a well-known, respected artist. Inside, the artist is one called Russ Heath. His last name's Heath. I'm not sure about the first name. But another thing is it has a special letter to readers and parents, to the parents of the readers, and it pledges to bring the best reading matter to young readers and their right to read it. So that's something that's interesting about. But it has a very intricate or very complicated cover on the front. It looks like a Joe Manili cover, but I believe it's a Sid Shores artist cover. Here's Two Gun Kid. Stan Lee, I assume, is the writer. Joe Manili is the artist in this particular issue of Two Gun Kid, number 42. It's a line drawn also. We've been talking a lot about these photo covered comics, and I guess those are my favorite because there's some beautiful covers in some of those. But the line drawn ones, I noticed, are getting a little more value in some of the price guides.
Yes, sir.
And here's one, another Kid Colt, number 63. Jack Keller, he's the artist on 3 of the stories, and Stan Lee has one story in this. I believe he does the art and is also the writer. The story is called Slap Leather, and we're talking a lot about Stan Lee because there's one particular comic I want to get to that we'll mention again. We've mentioned it before. This is called Gunsmoke, and there are 3 Stan Lee stories in this particular comic, and there were 31 issues of Gunsmoke, and this is number 75. What's unusual about it is that it has 3 great other artists, Dick Ayers, Paul Raymond, and Saul Brodsky, and the last story mentions, interestingly enough, Marshall Dillon of Dodge City. I thought that was really interesting, even though he doesn't have a thing to do with it. All right, see you next time.